Greetings to you. My name is Genius, and from Intuitive Global Healthcare System, Alagomeji, Yaba. So I'll be taking you through the workflow of an hospital management from the front desk to the nurses, to the doctor, to pharmacy, and to lab, then to the billing parts. So logging in into my software. So one unique thing about our software, it's a role-based software whereby everybody has their own login. The doctors have their own login, the nurses, the front desk, the pharmacy, the lab. What the pharmacy is doing, nobody can see it. The lab scientist won't be able to have access to that. What the doctor is doing, the front desk won't be able to have access to that. So everybody with their own login. And looking here, this is an admin login. So it carries all the modules. So the modules we have hospital management software where the front desk check in patients, the nurses do their patient services, and then to the doctor aspect, the drug pharmacy. This is the doctor information system, down to the drug, down to pharmacy, to the lab, to radiography, to services, to finance, um, patient's financial history. This is where the billing are being done. Then to material management, this is where stocking and creation of materials are done. Then the human resource, where you can create as many users as you want and edit your profile page, your profile, also do your ask for holidays, attendance reports, I'll be taking vacations and more. Then the analytics, the configuration, if there is any more like settings, if there is anything you need to edit, you can always see it here. To the admin, where you upload your documents, do your master upload, upload your pharmacy, the list of stock you have in your pharmacy, your drugs and laboratory and the rest of it. Then this is where you generate your reports and the rest of it. So on this front page, which is Intuitive Global Healthcare Dashboard. So from April 1st to this so date here. So this 28th of April. So we've had only 14 outpatients and one inpatient. Outpatients are patients that only come for consultation and or then the inpatients are the ones that are admitted into the hospital. So when I clicked on the outpatient, it will bring out all the list of patients that came visiting, the date of their appointment, the date of birth, the patient ID is also attached. So you can also download it as a PDF form or as an Excel sheet. So moving on to the front desk, what the front desk does immediately is to register patients or check in patients. So the first thing the front desk does is either they search for the name of the patient in front of them just to confirm if the patient is there, is already on the software. So me typing Yetunde, it will bring out all the list of Yetundes on the software. But if that particular Yetunde, the person that came that I want to register, is not here among the list, so I just click on new registration for a new registration for that particular patient. But if the name of the patient is already here, I just click on it and check in the patient, either inpatient or outpatient. I click on it and do my check-in. But before that, let me take you through a fresh new registration. Okay, also I saw something, so let me just take you through that. because payment has not done for this particular person. So it's showing that you have pending balance to clear 8,000, sorry, 83,000 naira. So this particular patient is owing 83,000 naira. So it always sends you a reminder. Every patient that comes in, it always sends you a reminder that this particular person is owing, or if the person is not owing, you won't be seeing any of that reminder that this particular person is owing. So moving on to a new fresh registration. So under a new registration, pick the name I want to. It's in the gender, a female, date of birth. I can choose to do an estimated age and the date of birth automatically comes up. So here is it. The date of birth automatically comes up. And also if I input my mobile number, it will send me an automatical message welcoming me to the facility, that's to your hospital, and also an email to my message, to my send an email to me welcoming me to the facility, inputting my house address. So is it an outpatient or an inpatient? Let's use an outpatient. So under here we will automatically carries the list of doctors in the hospital. So under here we have Dr. Babajide Famudu and other doctors. So all the list of doctors here with their own consultation price. So the consultation price will be added to it. So viewing this particular doctor consultation price, Dr. Unix earlier, it's showing that the consultation price for this particular doctor is 5,000. That's because it's self. So I can choose to click on skip payment. So by the time I click on skip payment posting, that means the patient is not paying immediately to the front desk. Or there are some patients that can say, just keep my posting till when I'm done seeing the doctor. Probably the doctor asks me to do some lab tests or order me for drugs and also just keep my posting till the end of my service, then I'll make payments. Or some can actually say, let me just pay my 5,000. So in case they pay their 5,000 naira, you don't need to skip payment posting. But since this particular patient is not going to be making any billing right now, we have to skip payment posting till the end of the service, then we see everything. So, but also one thing about our software is you can also click on insurance. Under this insurance, it will automatically brings out all the list of insurance company. So you pick on the insurance company and then the patient ID is very important. So you add the patient for their patient ID. Then you check in. And if it's a company also, you pick the name of the company and that's it. So under here, we can choose to print out our MR card. So here it is. The patient actually carries the patient ID, the patient's name, the age, and the gender, but because I didn't infuse any phone number, that's why it's blank here. So also in this particular logo here, it will automatically be changed to your hospital logo. So you won't be seeing this logo here. So the patient has been checked in already. So moving on to the vital signs. After patient checking, the nurses take their vitals. So under here, we go to patient services. So under this patient services, it brings out the list of patients that has already been checked in at the front desk. So here is the name I just registered, Miss Yetunde Jens. Then I click on her name for me to be able to take her vitals. So immediately I clicked on her name, it brought out the details and patient's name, patient ID, encounter, gender, date of birth, estimated age, and all. So it's even showing me the payee, Mansard, and the membership ID. Then to take my vitals, I come to clinicals. Under clinicals, vital signs. So as many vital signs I take, the system automatically captures the date and time of the vital signs. So I can choose to click on all. I can choose to click on it one by one and be doing it. So me taking my wait time. So if there are extra observations and comments you want to add, you can just include them into this comment boxes. And it's compulsory you save. If you don't save, the doctor is not receiving any of your details. You can choose to do heights. And I can choose to click on all so as to show you. So here are all the vital signs we have. So click on all. You can choose to impute another vital signs. Temperature, or my BP. So taking you through the rest of the vital signs we have on our software. So that's all. Then I save the vital signs I just took. So for me to view the vital signs I just did, I can come to clinical observation. So under this clinical, observation, I will be able to see the time and date I took a particular vital sign. So for my weight, I took two vital signs, which is this and this particular, but the time are different. This is 8:53 and this is 8:54, but on the same day. So I can come to show graph. So under the show graph, it shows me the rise and fall of the weight, which I just did. So this is it. From here to here. So automatically shows me the date and the time. As at that time, it was 40. So as at this time now, it's now 57. And also for the weight, 854. But under during 8:53, it was 46. But now it has finally, so it automatically shows me the rise and fall of my patient. So I can keep taking as many vital signs I keep taking, and I can come to graph and I will be seeing all this. So moving on to the doctor's dashboard, whereby the doctor do his consultations and make orders and all. So I'll be logging in into the doctor's dashboard. So under the every patient registered and that are assigned to me to this particular doctor, Dr. Unix Elion, they will obviously see that patient. But if the patient is assigned to another doctor, they will be saying, so here is the name already, automatically comes up. So under here, it's bringing out as many patients that are checked in at the front desk. It keeps bringing out the name of the patient, as many as possible. Then, so after attending to Mr. Elion, the doctor already knows who next is coming in into his office for consultation. So this is the person I registered, Miss Yetunde Jet. So now let's do the consultation for this particular patient. For me to view the vital signs that the nurses has taken, so I can come to vital signs, to clinical observations, and I can view the vital signs, and I can choose to go to show graph. Also, I can choose to use PMH, which is patient's medical history. So under here, I can also see the vital signs taken by the patient, by the nurses, temperature, blood pressure, and more. So for me to do my chart, now the patient is in front of me. I want to do my consultation, ask their complaints, what exactly is wrong with the patient, do my examination on the patient. So I can choose to use doctor consultation form. So under this doctor consultation form, it has history, that's complaints. So I can ask my patients, are you having headache? If yes, imputing yes, or describe the headache, or describe the headache, yes, or write something more. Are you having fever? What else? So any surgical history or past medical history, I can impute. I can write as many as I want. As I keep writing, it keeps expanding and all. Then family history. Is there anybody that have an asthma that has asthma or anything? Can you easily just click? But if you want it to be in a box form, it's also possible. And if there are other things you want to say about it, you can just click in here and input all your information. So social history, occupation, hobbies, do you take alcohol, do you smoke, current drugs, you can input all the current drugs the person has been taking or is taking right now. You can write. Then if there is any allergies, you can click here and input in the allergies that the person has. Then under review of system, is the person having rashes, inches, or anything, headache, you can click. But if you want it to be in a box form, it can also be changed. Is the person using glasses? You can do as much as you want. Allergies, mouth, neck, breast, as much as you want. And this can also be edited in any way you want it to be. Physical examination. So if the doctor is now examining you and seeing that a lot of things are normal, you can just click normal, neck is normal, like that. Skin, if it's abnormal because person's having issues. So why is it abnormal? You can input your details from it, the why it's abnormal. As long as you keep typing, the box keep expanding. So you can type as much as you want. And if there is any diagnosis, you can click on it to add. And you can also do your lab investigation here. Click on lab, and then you click on add. Under the add, you can pick any of the samples you want to go for. So all these ones will be containing of your lab tests. So you give us your lab details and everything will be imputed in here. So I can choose to do as many lab tests as I want. And then I add. So here it's already showing me of the cost price for this particular lab investigation I just ordered. For this first one, it is 1,000, and for the second one, it is 1,000. And then under here, the specimen, I have to pick the specimen I want them to use. And choose to tell them to use blood. Then I click on the both of them. and assigned to that particular patient. So automatically the lab scientist will say that this lab has been ordered for this particular patient and here is the cost. So if there is any extra comment I wanted to impute, I would have imputed it and it will have been shown here. So after that, also from here, I can choose to do my prescriptions where I order for drugs for that particular patient. So under my prescriptions, I can order for as many drugs I want for the patient to have from the pharmacy. So under here, so immediately I type in my first drugs. It brought out the quantity on hand. That's the quantity we have at the pharmacy store. So then I had my frequency once a day, then duration, 3 days, dosage, tablets. So immediately it automatically comes out the quantity. So I'm telling the person to take one tablet 3 days. So it automatically comes out the quantity. So I'm to give the person three quantities and automatically the pharmacy will be able to see. So I can choose to add extra comments on it that I want the pharmacy to note. So issue as and then I can add as many drugs as I want and then I save. So so if I want to order for more drugs, I can still click on new and add as many drugs as I want as a doctor. And if there is any mistake, if there is any mistake with my orders, I can easily come to order edit and edit any of my orders. And edit any of my orders. Is it the lab or the pharmacy? I can always come to order edit. So under here, I can, if I want to change this, I can. So click on boards other evidence, and it automatically checks record saved successfully, updated successfully. So all this has been sent to the patient's medical history. So under it, I can keep seeing different things I've done for this particular patient today, and also by the time the lab test has been approved, I'll be able to see everything here, trend reports, and here is my comments, issue as directed, everything all imputed here. So going straight to the pharmacy dashboard. Going on to the pharmacy dashboard. So under pharmacy dashboard, since the doctor has issued for a particular drug, I will automatically see it here. So here is the patient's yesterday jet. So by the time I click, I can see the ordering quantity, which is 3. Here is the quantity at hand. So I already know how many quantity of drugs the doctor wants me to give to this particular patient, which is 3. So after clicking, I can come to my issue. Then I issue my drug. The doctor asked me to give ordering quantity is 3. Issuing quantity, I impute in my 3. So automatically the price comes up for 3, it is 750 naira. And then I save that I've given this particular person a drug. After that, moving on, immediately after each name, the name automatically disappears. So then I go to my lab to do my lab investigation. Under lab, the name still automatically comes up that this person, this particular patient, has been requested to do a lab test. So here is the name, getting the jets. These are the investigations, material group, and all. So since it's the same patient, I just click on both and do my sample collection. So specimen size, where exactly did I take this specimen, this blood from? Is it the left hand or the right hand? The fluid. And then I save. Okay, I need to click and then I save. Record saved automatically. So under here, I can, after taking my sample for blood, I can actually print out my barcode. The barcode carries the name of the patient, the MR, the encounter, the date and time, and I can always print it out. Then label it on the small bottle. After that, I impute in my results. So sample collected, the status has changed. And then for me to impute my results, in here, I can type in my results, what I've observed, my observation, all. And then I save. So record saved successfully, and the next thing I do is to approve what I have done. Under here, I can choose to edit if there is any mistake in the results just done. I can choose to edit, and under here is for me to approve that this particular this particular test has been carried out and it's totally complete. So by the time I approve, the doctor automatically sees it. So my working process, working work order status, before it was showing pending, from pending, then it went to sample collected and now it's showing completed. So for it to be approved, I have to click on the name and come here and approve it so that the doctor can have access to what I have done. And it will automatically show on the patient's medical history. So if there is any extra notes I want to add, I can include it in here. I can write as many as I want and then authorize. And immediately from completed, it automatically changes for approved. So moving on to the doctor's dashboard, for me to see the lab results of that particular patient and well, instead of having your lab scientists coming from their lab place to come and see the doctor that here is the result and all. So everything can just be sent digital. So under the PMH of that particular patient, I'll be able to see everything, the drugs. So as many times this particular patient comes in, I can go back to see all the previous patient's medical history for that particular person. So under PMH, I can see as many encounter I've had with this particular person. So everything keeps coming out. So then the status was showing pending, and now it's unapproved. And I can see what the lab scientist has done. So the first one done, and the second one is showing normal, which was what I imputed. So after this, the doctor can choose to like add more drugs. And I've seen your test results, so I want you to add this particular drug to your medications. And also, here is everything I did for this particular patient. So moving on down to the billing aspects. Down to the billing aspect, I come to patient financial view. So here is all the money all together, 2,750 naira. So because I've not paid any amount, so it's showing zero in here. But here is my amount, and so here is all the details I've done for this particular patient today. The billing person is going 2,750, and the patient has not paid any money yet, so that's why it's showing 000. So payer detail information, because the person is an HMO patient, so we have to pay. So here is the claims form giving you capturing details of everything, the services, the lab services, the cost of price, and the drugs issued. Here is the price. So this is the doctor that was in charge of this particular patient, Dr. Unix, earlier, and the average signature. This can actually be captured during the check-in, and doctor's signature can actually be imputed also. So after this, this can be printed out and sent to Mazad office. So for you to do your payer billing, for you to change the status payments that the person has paid for is money 2,750. So insurance, the name of the insurance company, search. So here is my name and the price here. So here is the name of the patient. The whole detailed billing is still can be seen here. Internal or external, the software can actually generate an ID batch number for you. So the only thing you just do is impute in your batch name, or you can choose to impute your batch. number ID. So list of batches. So under here we see the list of things ordered. So here is the batch ID I just created, insurance. So the billing, the two was for the lab test I ordered, and the last one is the drugs. So here is the price also. So for me to go to back status change, this is where I now change the status that the person has automatically paid for. A bill. So under here, include the batch ID I created. Search. So here is the money, I include in the price. Then change the status, paid or post or rejected or completed. Then I save, which has automatically been saved. Include batch reports. So under here, it's showing total paid 2,715 naira. Balance amount. I'm not owing. Person is not owing, so we are not seeing. So we can see current amount. There is no current amount. Total billed amounts, which everything has been paid. Refund, paid amount, balanced amount. So here is everything. So this is how you do your HMO claims form. So by the time I go to my patient financial view, I'll be able to see that okay, by the time I search, then it will be showing paid amounts. You see the status has changed, balance amount, paid amount. So that is how you do your claims form. So if it's going to be a self patient, probably the person is paying with their own money. It's not an insurance patient, so you can just come to under this patient financial view. You can always come to click on the patient name, then come to patient payment stroke adjustment because this is an insurance person. So let's use someone that is okay. This particular person is not owing any money. So now you can just come to payment. So This is where you make payments. So under payments here, they ask you, are you paying with cash? If you're paying with cash, you input in the price of the amount you want to pay. You input in the price of the amount you want to pay. If it is card, it asks for, if when it is POS, the details on that paper is what you input and not the card details, not the card number. The details from the POS. So it asks you which particular machine did you use in capturing, in making payments. Then if it is check, you input in your check details. And if it is transfer, you input in the transfer details. And that's how you make your payment. You clear a particular patient that has already made payments on the software. So I hope I was able to make everything easy, take you through the workflow of an hospital from the front desk down to the nurse, down to the doctor, to the pharmacy, to the lab, and also to the billing aspects. Thank you very much.